at YouTube. We're doing a little pivot today with my content away from poker content, and we're going to talk some Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, I put up on Twitter a few weeks back that I'm the only person that doesn't watch Game of Thrones. All the people that commented talking about how great the show was, I decided, you know what, I'm going to hop in this final season. It's going to be spoilers in here. And they just had the last episode, the Battle of Winterfell, and I kind of want to talk about it. I got a lot of questions. Got a lot of questions about the battle plan. Got a lot of questions about what the hell kind of leader of the army Daenerys is. So we're going to talk more about that. I'm going to do this every week up until the finale. And now keep in mind, these are questions from a guy who's not a hardcore fan, has watched a little bit of the first couple of seasons, but not the previous seasons. I don't actually think it's relevant. I don't necessarily think I have to watch it to understand sort of what's going on here. And I imagine a lot of people out there have similar questions who aren't these hardcore, diehard sort of fans. So they're going to be able to empathize with the questions that I have, and especially how awful the Secret Service for the Night King was. So we'll kind of get to that start at the beginning. So obviously first two episodes, they set the stage for this one. The heart's pumping. You get the backstories. They're drinking in the cave or whatever it's called. They got the 6 guys around telling stories, having a good time. Not sure when the army of the dead's going to come after me. I'm going to be having a drink, but whatever is what it is. So we get to this episode, and they get the battle plan out there. The troops are all getting lined up. The Dothraki's getting lined up there. And now I just got a lot of questions about this battle plan, guys. So basically, Daenerys, they have the 2 dragons on the side, right? But instead of sending the dragons out to go out there, she sends the Dothraki to get fucking slaughtered. So you get this redheaded woman. She comes up there. She does a little chant, a little spell, whatever it is that she does. Just a little magic, woo-woo-woo. Magic that seems like it might be valuable to be used in some other type of way rather than just lighting the swords on fire. So she comes in. She go, woo, la, 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 soda, bo. So she gets the fire. The swords get lit. They're all hyped up. They're excited. They're watching. Their plan of attack for some reason is just to run straight fucking on into the pitch black dark. You got LeBron sitting there, right? So we got these dragons, right? We got LeBron James, we got Kobe Bryant, we got these 2 sick dragons, and instead of leading with the dragons, they just decide to wait. The dragon holds off on the dragons. Those seem like very pivotal parts of this plan. Instead of sending your own entire troops out there to get fucking slaughtered, so they send it out there. They send it out there to get slaughtered. All right, whatever. Boom. The guy comes running back. Oh, what's going on? Okay, and then everyone's like, oh, well, shit's about to turn up here. Okay. So then I start thinking about this alignment, right? So they got Winterfell. For some reason, the dead only attack from one angle. For some reason, then my man, the Night King, decides to keep his dragon back too. The ice fire dragon that comes in later and blows the fire. Night King decides to send his guys in there, sacrifice. He don't really care. He's got this unlimited army, it seems like. I got to say, man, Night King army seem pretty unstoppable. Those guys seem pretty goddamn powerful. So Night King sends his little zombie guys in there. For some reason, the battle plan, I don't know who came up with this battle plan, guys. I got a lot of questions about this battle plan. I don't know, like maybe they build, maybe they start digging down. They dig down as far as they can around there, kind of make it a little harder for the zombies to maybe get through there instead of just leaving the straight path right across, like, hey, come on over here. There's no attempt to build a wall outside of there or anything like that. And I'm sure my man, Ice Fire Dragon, would have came down, blew that shit down. But for some reason, their plan was to just let these guys march right up there, the army of the dead. It didn't really make much sense. And then they got the little fire mode outside, and then my man Night King does a little summon and kind of puts the ice wind on there, and it's a little dark, so you don't exactly know what the hell is going on there, and you're trying to figure it out, and you're just a little scared for the guys because there's these characters that you came to know and came to love, and you're like, well, how the hell are they ever going to survive this right now? This seems like a pretty impossible task. So then the redhead lady, she's a 450-year-old lady, she goes down there, does another chant, last second, and finally gets lit. And then the zombies just kind of stand around, kind of wondering where the dragons at here. Where'd they go? Where are they at? We see them a little bit. They go away. We see them a little bit. They go away. I'm not exactly sure. Why don't we just have the dragons out there the entire time fighting these guys? While they're standing there doing nothing, and for some reason the the Winterfell army decides not to attack them while they're just standing there. And we could argue if that would have actually done anything or not. I'm not too sure. But instead of attacking them, they just stare at them. They're staring back. They're in some sort of stare off like they're in a poker tournament. And they're fucking Christian Vogel, the Vogelsang guy from, if you don't watch poker, you're not going to understand that reference. But just staring at them like that, just looking at each other, some sort of master showdown. And then the Night King's like, okay, here's the idea. We're going to sacrifice some of our guys to light the fire out. And then they're going to just run over there. And then when they do that, the Winterfell army is like, oh my, what's going on here? And then they start climbing up the wall there. So I guess immediately I just start to question the entire plan. This does not seem like a very good plan at all. I don't exactly know what they're thinking. They're sacrificing the troops out there. They're letting them get way too close to the walls. They have this last second fire that doesn't seem very well thought out. It seems pretty penetrable. And then we kind of get some fighting inside, and that's when the MVP of the show come in, the recently non-virgin Arya Stark. She comes in doing a little boom, 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 bap, bap, bap with her magical sword there. She's lighting people up. Definitely the MVP of the show up into this part. She's laying the smackdown on the candy asses. The zombies are climbing up the wall. They're fighting them off. They're really poor job. Really, really, really poor job of battle plan here. It doesn't look very good, for our army here. And then we see the Night King comes in. Mr. Night King comes in on the fire dragon, coming in, blowing fire. And then we have some very weird dragon fight that goes on. I have no fucking idea what's happening during the dragon fight. I couldn't tell if one dragon's better than another dragon. I wasn't sure which dragon's which. I don't exactly know what the strategy was for the dragon navigation by Daenerys, because all I know is at some point in time, she flies the dragon too low to the ground. I don't know why you're flying the dragon that low to the ground to get attacked by the zombies and end up getting stabbed by the zombies. I'm not sure if one of the dragons died. Maybe Jon Snow's dragon ends up dying. And also the aim on the fire dragon, the Night King's on, he's like aiming around trying to hit Jon Snow. For some reason, the fire can't penetrate a simple wall or like some simple things that Jon Snow's sitting behind there. And for some reason, this fire ice just possibly can't get through whatever he's standing behind. And the Night King can't simply just go around. He has to just keep blowing the fire. I mean, is what it is. Okay. So kind of questions about that. Questions about the battle plan. Questions about the usage of LeBron James the Dragon and Kobe Bryant the Dragon. Questions about the overall battle plan Daenerys just kind of had in her mind here of attacking these guys on. It just... It didn't look good. It looked like it was all over for our heroes. Obviously, we know there's a few more episodes in there. We know we got Bran, Mr. White Eyes, Mr. I'm going to go disappear to some random place with Three-Eyed Raven. We know we got him by the tree, so we know at least something's going to go down in that episode. But up until this point, it's kind of like, holy shit, these guys are fucked, man. You got Arya putting on a little bit of show. You got the Hound mixed up in there. You got Jorah. Unfortunately, the Mr. Friendzone came to a death. Sad way to go, man. Sad way to go. We knew we'd see some deaths in here too. And now here's where I got a lot of questions out there. I need someone to help me. So my man Night King in the Secret Service, he's got his crew over there. He decides, you know what, I'm not going to take the entire army of the dead with me. I guess we kind of missed the cool part where Night King, the fire gets thrown down on him and he just walks through the fire. Just looks up, smiles. He said, this fire ain't fucking with me. And then Jon Snow comes over. The Night King does the sickest thing I've ever seen. He raises the dead up. All of the dead come up there. And that's when you're like, oh my God, these guys are absolutely fucked. They're absolutely fucked. So instead of these guys killing Jon Snow, this is the one guy they decide just to not kill, I guess. I guess Jon Snow lives and they I don't know, let's not attack him. For some reason, this is the first people that the Night King's crew and Night King decide, let's just not kill this guy. Let's let this guy live. He's one of the kings. Let's let him live. Okay, sure, whatever. One of the powerful people in charge. Sure, let's let the guy live. I guess it makes sense. All right. Night King says, I can't be bothered with that. I'm not just going to kill this guy with me and my fucking crew right here. I'm going to take Secret Service. We're going to go find Bran because obviously that's what they're after. So Secret Service walks over there. Theon's guarding him out there. Theon's guarding Bran. Bran says something to him. Bran goes to some little woo-woo-woo magical place. And Theon decides to sacrifice himself and goes and runs to the Night King, and Night King lays him the fuck out pretty quickly, kills him. So, a little anticlimactic. Not sure if that was the best battle strategy from Theon. But it is what it is. All right, dies with honor, whatever. And at this point in time, you say, what the hell is going to happen here? They've been building this moment up for a long time. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Years in the making. Night King takes a little stroll over, and we know whenever a villain does the little stroll, they're probably going to be fucked in some capacity. So Night King goes over. He's staring at Bran. We're going to, the tension's building. And then the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen in my entire life happens, where the teenage girl, Arya, just lost her virginity. All of a sudden, just comes jumping down, right? My man, the Night King, the most powerful creature in the entire world, the sickest villain of all time. He gets tricked by the teenage girl, Arya. She pulls a sword up. He stops it. She gets the other one. Boom. Kills the Night King. Now, let's ask some questions here, guys. First of all, they're build up this whole stealthy thing about her. She's some secret stealth assassin, whatever. This is the fucking Night King we're talking. This is the most powerful being in the entire world. What is this? What are his people doing? What kind of plan was this? Why didn't he bring some of the dead with him to guard him? Night King can't hear. He heard Jon Snow coming, but he can't hear this. It doesn't make much. Where's the security? The Night King had the same kind of security that, if you guys ever watched Jurassic World, when they go down to that island and they have no security for the dinosaurs, and all the dinosaurs just get out and start running fucking free. Literally the worst security I've ever seen. We have a poker site called America's Card Room. They have no security. 11 security guys. This is similar to the Night King. Like, what's going on? This is the Night King. Let's guard this motherfucker. This is the Night King. Let's guard our guy. Listen, if Night King dies, you just die. All right? Let's put some troops around this guy, okay? Let's put up the fucking wall. What's going on here? You got an unlimited army. What are you thinking, Night King? What an idiot. I mean, fuck, dude. I don't know who fucked up worse here. So Arya comes in. Boom. Night King dies just like that, and all of a sudden everyone else dies. Just don't know what was happening. Like, I don't know. Inexplicable. Honestly, inexplicable strategy by the Night King, security by the Night King, and that's it. The bodies are all on the ground like there. Got a lot of questions about the cleanup. What happens to the bodies? Where do they put the bodies? Do they bury the bodies? Do they dig the hole now that they probably should have dug to fight off the White Walkers? I don't know, kind of. I don't know. I guess where things go from here, they go down. They're going to fight, what's her name? Cersei. They're going to fight her. Maybe my girl Sansa, Sophie Turner. Maybe she's going to get in the mix somehow. She had a very boring episode. Little Man, he had a very boring episode as well, too. Tywin Lannister. I think that's the guy's name. Little Man. What's the little man's name? Littlefinger? No, it's a different guy. Littlefinger is the other guy. I think he died, too. But, yeah, just a lot going on there. I probably, rewatched the episode a few times. I think a lot of people out there, the hardcores, they know everything. But then, like, somebody like my fucking mom who watches the show, she doesn't know what's happening, too. So maybe she'll find this recap review a little bit insightful as well. But listen, if you guys can answer these questions, let me know out there. I kind of heard the idea proposed about they should have this in like a movie theater. We could go pay to watch it. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. I would 100% go pay to watch with a bunch of people in there, have a good time, make it a moment. But then you got to avoid spoilers and stuff like that. And you basically can't go on Twitter or social media or really talk to anyone until you watch the episode. You got to watch this thing right away. So next week, we're going to be back, guys. We'll see what happens next week. Hopefully we get some more battling. Hopefully it's not like another 2 episodes and I'm just fucking sitting around talking, drinking, and singing songs. I'm not interested in seeing that myself. So that's it. Game of Thrones, Episode 3, Season 8, recap, questions, discussion. Let me know what you guys think. Much love.